Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back at one of my favorite undisclosed locations because guess what? We have one of the baddest four-door high-performance sedans on planet Earth. This is the new for 2021 Dodge Charger Hellcat Red-Eye wide body. But before we get into this four-door muscle car, let's talk about what's going on here. Mopar or no car? That is the battle cry of people who love these Dodge products specifically. And it goes all the way back to 1966, the first year of the Dodge Charger. Boy, oh boy, have things changed when it comes to muscle car version 2.0 in the 21st century. Once upon a time in the original muscle car days, if you had a four-door car, people would say, what? You're crazy, that's two doors too many. Well, today you could have your cake and eat it too. And when I say eat your cake, I'm talking about eating the whole cake and shoving it in your mouth, because this Hellcat Charger Red-Eye has supercharged power, 797 horses packed underneath that hood, and Dodge is saying that this is their fastest ever Charger, and something that when you look at a lot of those other four-door performance sedans, especially from those Euro companies out there, American Muscle is doing it, and doing it in a way that's just blowing the doors off the competition. But what I want to find out is that when you're looking at performance sedans, and there's a lot to choose from, is this the go-to if you want the baddest of the bad and that whole muscle car persona wrapped up in a vehicle that, guess what, will do over 200 miles an hour. Let's go ahead, let's dive into this 2021 Charger Hellcat Red-Eye wide body, because I can't wait to take you on throttle and show you. Right off the bat, I am in love with this color. It's called Smoke Show. And it makes sense because guess what? When I was younger and we would go to the drag strip and we would do other things on the road, I'm not gonna disclose any locations or activities, putting on a nice smoky burnout was a smoke show. That's why they call it this color, and I absolutely love it. Starting at the front of the business, you're gonna get that same Charger style. And I know people are crying and complaining and writing in saying, when are they gonna redesign the Charger? When are they gonna redesign the Charger? Well, guess what? Even though it is in need of a redesign, it's still getting the business done, and these things are selling like hotcakes, like they're going out of style. But with the Charger, of course, you're gonna get the LED daytime running lamps. I've always liked the headlight housing, just how nicely it has a curve and meets perfect with the grille. We drop down. I hope you like functionality because you get shovels full of it. Massive intakes on the corners here, gonna bring all that nice cool air, and of course, give us some downforce, because what they did was they reworked the front bumper area on the Hellcat lineup, on the wide body lineup, to give us that extra downforce. And since we're talking about wide body, those fender flares on both sides, we're talking about an additional 3 inches. If only life was that simple, right? But you're getting that 3 inches of extra width to house all that extra rubber that's gonna meet the ground. But I love the functionality. I like the way it's flat black instead of gloss black. Channel the air. We come across the center grille. This is where, like, when I'm looking at the Challenger has more of a classic retro design. This Charger really goes its own way. Functionality in the center here, flat black. I've always liked how they give it this extra air intake, fully functional to bring that cool air into the radiators. And then as you drop down, you're gonna get even more functionality. And it's all the same style, flat black, nice extension, give you the downforce and scoop that air in. Now, when we get up onto the hood, this is a new hood for 2021. So you have your functional center intake. You're gonna get new redesigned heat extractors. So they actually reshape these to get more hot air out, because remember, hot air robs us of horsepower. You want cold, dense air. That's gonna make a bigger boom in that 6.2 liter Hemi that's gonna get you down the drag strip lickety split. But I'm loving the hood, especially with the Smoke Show color. And it's funny because form goes with function and vice versa. Because of that functionality, it gives us that massive muscle car bulge that every little boy dreams about, and you could drive this on a daily basis, believe it or not. Coming around those wide fenders, we're gonna go way wide, and then I'm gonna kind of spin around here. We're gonna do a hokey pokey. check out these wheels. So you're basically looking at those optional brass monkey wheels. Whoever optioned this car is a genius. I love the color combination. I've never seen it before on this setup, and I'm digging it. Just like up front, you're gonna get that SRT badge, street and racing technology. Those are the people that bring you the Hellcat. Those are the people that brought us the Viper. And Dodge, please bring us back the Viper. But these wheels are 20 by 11, all four corners. They're gonna house those 305s, 35 series tires. So it's 305 in the width, all four corners. Massive 6-piston Brembo calipers. And for 2021, all 6-piston Brembo calipers have the SRT badge on it. So that's one way to automatically know if a Charger, Challenger, whatever is a 2021 because of the SRT badge. But it's gonna clamp down on those rotors that are over 15.5 inches in diameter. 2-piece rotors, which means you have the aluminum hat, steel rotor, and we have adaptive suspension, all four corners. Now, as I kind of walk in front of the camera and showcase what's going on, you get that beautiful fender flare, that nice bulge. We got the Hellcat red eye. So what they did is obviously they drop in, that's actually a piece of ruby. They drop that in there. And for 2021, you'll notice they actually have a 2-piece. You have the flat black with the silver, makes the Hellcat pop right off. It's ready to rip up Mustangs and Camaros left and right all day long. Color matched on the mirror caps. I love the way the fender flare flows into that lower sill, tucks in, and then pops back out as it comes towards the rear. Another thing that I like about the Charger, some people don't like it. Hey, to each their own. I love the indentation, that nice cove indentation. Really gives it a lot of character with the body lines as we go towards the rear. Of course, flat black, top and bottom, no sunroof. That's just gonna add extra weight and mess up the rigidity. I'm glad we don't have it on ours. We come towards the rear, you're of course gonna get those 305s again. You're getting 4-piston calipers. So 6-piston up front, 4 pistons in the back, because remember, all the weight is going forward and we don't need as large a caliper or rotor in the back. Speaking of the back, we come around, I want Lori to kind of showcase that fender, how it just flares out with that extra fender flare, really just making this thing the meanest, baddest 4-door muscle car on the planet. Nice large trunk lid spoiler, color matched. You can get this in flat black. And I'm a little on the fence about what would I make flat black on this. I think the spoiler and the hood I would go flat black to kind of cut up all the smoke show color, but still looking killer. Blacked out on the Charger badge. Of course, you got another SRT, street and racing technology. This is the view the competition is gonna see of your car. So my advice is that even if the rest of the car is dirty, just clean up this back portion, because this is what they're gonna see every time that light turns green at the drag strip. We drop down, and one of my favorite things about the Charger compared to the Challenger, we have a nice oval slash cut exhaust, one on each side, and a very aggressive looking lower bumper area. Would be nice to have an actual diffuser, but I think one of the things they did very well is, look, we have functional vents on the back for aerodynamics and for that flared out fender fun. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and meet that 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi. All right guys, we got the hood open. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Remember, all new hood. You can see where that center air intake is gonna bring the air. You got your SRT, it's gonna dump it from this location where it says SRT with the Hellcat right on our open air box. This is new for 2021. Cone shape race style filter, and then feast your eyes on that red eye, because that's that 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi. It's a 376 cubic inch V8. What are we talking about horsepower? Like I said earlier, 797 horsepower, 707 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to that TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission only, no manual option. 0 to 60 though in 3.5 seconds, 0 to 100 in 7.5 seconds. Quarter mile, you're gonna blaze right by Vin Diesel. 11.5 seconds at 126 miles per hour. Top speed, 203 miles per hour. MPGs, if you're concerned, I will get you an electric vehicle or a Prius. MPGs are city, 12 miles a gallon, highway 21. The Hellcat Charger does weigh, and that's where the negative side effect is, 4,654 pounds, but that should make all of these numbers even that much more insane. It has the after run chiller launch assist, launch control, line lock. And if you're wondering, well, what's the difference between launch assist and launch control? Well, when it comes to being at the drag strip, of course you want launch control to try to get you that maximum traction to launch you. Launch assist combats wheel hop. And that's a problem that could happen, especially at the drag strip, with the drag strip being very sticky. If you're wondering what is the purple fluid, somebody's brought that up, that's antifreeze. It's not Kool-Aid. Kids do not drink it at home, and the Kool-Aid man does not drive a Charger Hellcat Red Eye, I promise you that. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this beast and hear what it sounds like. Come on into my muscle car, because I have 4 doors and I still am calling this a muscle car. Those days are long gone about 2 doors too many. And I know you're at the point where you're like, Joe, I've been yearning for one of these, especially when I saw the Challenger, what they did with the Hellcat Red Eye wide body. I need 4-door flexibility. I actually took, and this is you talking to me, I actually took a Charger Hellcat Red Eye Hot Wheels, planted it in the backyard, and I've been watering it every day, hoping for it to sprout into a full-size vehicle, but I don't think that's going to happen. How much is this one? Because I feel like I'm going to have to buy one, and I'm not going to be able to grow it. The way that this one is optioned, MSRP is right at $81,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panel. So this one has the demonic interior. I love the names that they use. The white stitching looks classy. Soft touch with the premium interior. Even the way they did the diagonal stitching with the red really breaks it up. Now that lower portion of the door panel is hard plastic, but the great news is you can put that foot-long meatball sub, get the extra parm, and get a nice big old bottle of Coca-Cola to wash it down. Going to the dash, we have the premium smooth material. I do like that. You have the SRT with the Hellcat there and the Red Eye. So they actually took a Red Eye and put everywhere. One of my zonks is actually the glove box door. This is that elephant skin that goes with the non-premium interior. I wish they would change that and give you smooth top and bottom. Open it up, you got, look at this. Who left these here? Dan, the man, Messner, left these chocolate Twinkies in here for us. We're gonna eat these as a victory celebration when we go down to the drag strip and blow away the competition. So thanks, Dan the man, for leaving that there. You do have felt lining. The good news about that, you could put some trophies in here. So as you're winning your smaller trophies, you can leave them in here and they're not gonna get scratched. Close that up. This one has the optional carbon fiber package. I really love that carbon fiber, real deal stuff with the stitching looking great. You have the 8.4-inch infotainment system is Uconnect 4, so it is the older style. It would be nice if they would at least upgrade the interior and give us the 10.2-inch screen out of the Durango Hellcat that we reviewed. But the great news is, look at all that fun that you have with the performance pages and the SRT dashboard. So you got your different modes, track, sport, custom, you got your launch control, and it's really easy to set where you want it activated. Also, you have race options. So you go in here and you could do your launch control, your shift light, your race cool down, the race chiller, and do line lock, which line lock, I can't wait to show it to you. It's so easy to do, especially when you compare it to a Mustang or a Camaro. We could even go into race options. I just did that. Go into our performance pages. This is the one thing where it takes a few moments for it to process. But once it does, it allows you a plethora of different gauges, different readouts, all different things. So there's our gauges. We could just hit gauges for even more stuff. There's all our different readouts. You could go into engine, the whole 9 yards. This is why I love this car when it comes to the technology. Yes, you have a backup camera. Yes, you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can even do your climate control, heated and ventilated seats. I love the bright red start-stop button. You have your radio controls, AC controls, launch control. You just hit that and you're good to go. Doesn't need to be any more complicated. And when it comes to Twinkie space underneath the AC, you could have 2 Twinkies. Now here's my advice. Keep the 2 for you and your passengers. You have your 12 volt. This one is for the person you beat. So that's why they have this notch here with the carbon fiber, is after you smoke somebody and you blow their doors off, when they pull back up after you, up next to you after they're done crying, just throw them a Twinkie and be like, thanks, man, it was a good race. And they'll appreciate that. They'll understand that you are a Rady's Rides subscriber and family member. They'll get it. This is gonna control the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. Love the style of it. Would be nice to have a manual, but you know what? There's too much power. There's just too much power. We got the red key. This unlocks all 797 horsepower, remote start. Panic is for your passengers when they're freaking out when you're doing 203 miles an hour. I like the way there's a little lid, 2 cup holders, nice, soft on the armrest. Lift this up, and then you got your portable tray. So after you win, to keep the good feeling going, take this inside with you after you're done racing when you get home. 2 USBs, an aux jack, a 12 volt, and you could put a die-cast Charger Hellcat Red Eye in the glove box. Seats, love the premium leather, the SRT, ventilated, heated, stitching, and of course you have electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And this one with the premium interior also has the Alcantara headliner. So you have that beautiful Alcantara material with the A-pillars. They call these A-pillars because that's at the front of the car, all Alcantara. Come on over. I want to show you behind the wheel of this Hellcat Red Eye. All right, guys, business time behind the reins of this beast of a vehicle. You have your seat settings with 2 memory seat settings, which are great. So you can let somebody borrow your Hellcat. You're freaking nuts if you do, but if you do, at least you can put the seat back exactly the way you had it. The seats are super comfy, probably more comfortable than anything the competition brings as you're going down the drag strip. Steering wheel, I love the thickness, I love the leather. What I don't love is this piece of plastic. I'm zonking this. It just doesn't fit the rest of the steering wheel. Another thing that's kind of weird is what's all this chrome? And I wish it would have the Hellcat badge. It does light up red at night, which is cool, but it would be nice to just have the Hellcat there lighting up red, about to bite you in your neck. You do have paddles behind the wheel. They're on the small side, and I'll show you in the drive how that causes an issue. Electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then the dash, I love it because it's a nice combination of retro and also technology. So you have different gauges in the center you could go through, and if you look, we have a 220 mile per hour speedometer. Nice touch, because this is a true 200 mile an hour car. I don't care about the back seat. We have other Charger reviews where you can see that. I don't even care about the trunk, because that's where you're gonna be putting the doors of the competition that you blow their doors off. That's where you're putting them, and you're taking them home, hanging on your wall. If you're ready, I'm freaking ready. Let's go on throttle on this Hellcat Red Eye. All right, guys, we're here on my home turf. A little bit of twisty action in this Charger Hellcat Red Eye. Doing a little launch control. Here we go. Release. Yeah! Smoke him if you got him. Wow, this thing is a beast. Unbelievable. On throttle. Yeah! Massive brakes slowing us down. Freaking believable. This vehicle, for weighing as much as it does with the 4 doors, I had it in automatic mode. Of course, we're in track mode. That launch control, the systems of everything trying to stop the wheel hop, get us that traction. It's a tall order when you're serving 797 horsepower burgers to take a bite out of one of those and get it down without choking. And this Charger Hellcat Red Eye, it just defies the laws of physics, because this is what a muscle car is about, and having a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. That's the length of a football field every second in this Charger Hellcat Red Eye. The interior, I love the seats. The carbon fiber trim is great, like I pointed out earlier. Listen, is it perfect? No, but who the hell cares, because 797 horsepower. The sound of the V8
that 6.2 liter, 376 cubic inch Hemi. Never sounded better. Man, I can't even breathe. And it's so easy to do. Like, you come to a stop, you hit the launch control button, it lights up, and then you're off. Hold down the foot, give it throttle. On throttle, yeah! Yeah! The shifts in track mode are so precise, so consistent, and that's the thing. You know, would this be more fun to drive with a manual? Sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. A manual in this thing would definitely up the fun factor, but if you're looking for those consistent times at the drag strip, this is the way to go. That TorqueFlite 8-speed, it's about consistency on a road course and at the drag strip, but at the drag strip even more. You want to be able to line up each and every time and be able to run those consistent times. And with this Hellcat Red Eye, you could do exactly that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the shifter, put it over to the left. That puts us in manual mode, and we're gonna hit the twisty bits. All right, guys, here we go. Second gear. On throttle. Wow, wow, wow. So fantastically smooth. This thing is so smooth and so amazing that with those 305s, all four corners, it helps you get that grip, and it also helps get the power to the ground. I couldn't even imagine this in a narrow body with almost 800 horsepower. Absolutely, it just blows your mind. I mean, first gear, on throttle. Golly. It is a mobile amusement park. There's no better roller coaster than a Charger Hellcat Red Eye. Absolutely love it. Now, there is the zonk of I need some larger paddles, especially if you're going through the twisty bits. You don't want to be thinking about hitting the paddle the perfect way to get you into that next gear, higher or lower. You want to be able to focus on the task at hand. Some larger paddles would be awesome on this thing. Steering feels great though, and throttle is amazing. All right, guys, second gear, on throttle. Oh! Unbelievable, this thing. Front end grip is great. I'm being gingerly, man. This thing is a 800 horsepower beast. Yeah! Absolutely love it. Absolutely love this car, I tell you. 4-door flexibility. I'm gonna put this back in automatic mode right now. Just unbelievable. The technology, and these days are coming to an end. So if you want one of these, you need to put up or shut up. I don't know what to tell you. And if this car doesn't make your heart pitter patter, I'm taking your car guy or car girl card from you. Can't call yourself that if this car does not make your heart pitter patter. Unbelievable. And that supercharger whine, I want to go to bed listening to that sound. I'm going to set up a system to where I could go to bed listening to the sound of a Hellcat Red Eye supercharger whine. We got to do this again. I can't take it. I can't take it. Launch control button, left foot brake, on throttle, release, yeah! Yeah! I tell you, I have a feeling that one day there's gonna be some type of Hellcat or something in the Rady's Rides garage, because experiencing this for a week with this press feed vehicle has been really special, especially in my neck of the woods, and especially because the media day that we were invited to by Dodge, it was on and off raid. I would love to experience this more often. I can't even talk. I'm like a babbling idiot right now that's in love. Unbelievable. All right, guys, one more time for you, one more time for me. On throttle, release, yeah! Yeah! Massive brakes slowing us down. Oh yeah, here we go. Thank you for letting me share this amazing, amazing experience. We're gonna get back to where it all began. I'll see you in a muscle car minute. Bye, guys. Has it been another muscle car kind of day here on Rady's Rides? First of all, I gotta thank Kimberly, Claire, Ashton, the whole crew over at Dodge for allowing Rady's Rides access to this almost 800 horsepower four-door muscle car. It just goes to show that the people at Dodge, they get us, and they understand that this is what car enthusiasts are all about. Is it the perfect four-door performance car? Maybe not, but is it the baddest? Yeah. 800, almost 800 horsepower, the look, the feel, the sound, the sensation. It definitely gets my heart pitter-pattering. But if you want to keep seeing muscle car action on Rady's Rides and on throttle action, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description. You can get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Also click the second link and become official Rady's Rides Patreon member. We got to give it up to the person working that camera like a muscle car champ. She is a muscle car. Working that camera like a champ. Show Lori some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.